Hello and welcome to the TJ Games channel. I thought I'd do a little video which is kind of a continuation of my previous video on the SideCart. I only just had time to get around to having another look into that following other stuff I've had going on and wanting to tie up the loose end with the Atari 800 I was repairing as well, which is all sorted. I just want to pause for a moment to say thank you for everyone who watches my videos, and particularly thank you for those who subscribe. Recently gone over the 100 subscriber mark on this channel. It's really greatly appreciated. It really keeps me going, sort of interested in this hobby and sort of sharing some of the things I do with people that are interested. So, yep, moving swiftly on. Okay, so what have I been doing? On the ST SideCart, really impressed with that device. I pointed out before that this site here, Atari 8bitchip.info, was a sort of great resource for a number of hard drive adapted games for the Atari ST. So I downloaded a few individual games on there. Yeah, it's a bit of a pain though the way this site is set up, because you have to go into each game, then go into download, and then download an individual game, which it takes time if you want to get a collection set up on your drive. So I was looking for a better way to do things. Searching around on Atari Age, there was a few archives of hard drive images sort of all together in one big zip file. It's funny enough, I can't actually find the page that I got this from. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's disappeared off of Atari Age or something weird has happened, but the links still seem to work. There's a site, curlinux.org, however you want to pronounce that, and there were 3 images I found, big 2 or 3 gigabyte I think zip files, Atari ST, Hatari, IDE, ASCII images as well. Basically unzip to these big HD files, and I don't know what I do with this because the SideCart basically needs you to load the game files individually onto a Gemdos drive. So these HD images are not supported, so I need to have a look at these, and a bit of a quick search found the best way to do this seemed to be Hatari. The Atari ST emulator supports these HD files. Now I don't really play around with emulators that much, I prefer getting my hands on the original hardware, so I had to download the latest version. I had an old version sitting around, so you go to hatari.tuxfamily.org, the download HTML link on there. There's a download area, and you've got the latest version 250 of Hatari. So I went ahead and downloaded that. It doesn't actually install, it's just an executable that you run once you extract it. So I'm going to open that up now. This is the Hatari emulator, which I haven't really looked at that much before. F12 gives you this menu, and then you go into hard disks. So if I go to browse here and just find my convoluted file system, I think I've gone the wrong way already. Oops. HD folder, that's what I did. And then there's the extracted zip file, there's the HD file. So we double click on that, and that mounts the, clicked it once and okay, that's ready to mount. And then here it gives you the option to mount a Gemdos drive. So I go to browse, I need to change to another drive on my machine, and I've got this drive here because I've done a bit of this already. I've got this path extract. So you see I've already been at work and extracted a lot of the folders of the games here. Now there's a few individual folders you'll see have appeared, and that's because I found you can't really just drag and drop everything at once, because you're doing it through the ST emulator and its Gemdos drivers. They don't seem to handle multiple files at once. You had to do it in chunks, so it's a little bit tedious, but I've done that by selecting 20 odd folders in each at once and getting them across. So it's a little bit clunky, but let me show you some of this. If I say OK to that, right, Gemdos will be the last drive, and we got that one at the front. Back to main menu, go OK. That reboots the Atari emulator, that is, Atari ST emulator. And you get a number of drives come up here. The last one, G, is the Gemdos drive. The first one, C, you see is the start of this selection. You've got 0 to 9, and ABCD, blah, 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 blah. So ultimately I was dragging and dropping these across to the Gemdos drive. So let's just come out of that a moment. So this points to the drive on my PC. Okay, the reason I just paused was because that G drive I could see was going beyond S, STUVWX. And I knew I'd only got as far as S. What had happened if I just press F12 and go to hard disks is I didn't have that tick there. Add Gemdos hard drive after the ASCII SCSI IDE petitions. So yeah, so that basically meant the G drive was still the HD file mounted, because it uses all of the drive letters, which turned out to be a bit annoying, because when you get the last drive mapping to your PC, you're actually overwriting that last partition mapping. So I couldn't get to those last few letters. That's why I've only got this far. So I realised what I would have to do. There might be a better way. Please tell me if anyone's got an idea. I was going to have to move things around. I've chose the F drive, which is part of the HD mounting, and I thought, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just delete everything on F, move the stuff from G across to F, and then remount the Gemdos and move it back from F back to G again, which is now pointing to the PC. I hope that makes sense. But this kind of illustrates what's going on here. If I select all items and go delete, quite often you get this sort of error. It can't handle doing a lot of things at once. So this is becoming another painstaking task. You basically have to just select a bunch of them and do it in small chunks and see if you can find out if it will accept it. But you can't even do a few letters at once. You literally have to go down a depth and do a few individual game folders at once, let it do its stuff, and go again with another selection. So this is going to take quite some time. And as I say, I'm close to the end of this process. I've done most of them before starting this video. But yeah, if you are trying to do the same thing, unless you can find a zip file which has all of the loose games, which there might be out there somewhere, but I couldn't find it, you're going to have to do this to get things out of the HD file. So when I've finished deleting all of these, I shall do our remount of the HD file across all the drives, copy everything back to F, and then after that I'll be able to illustrate to you what I did on all of the other drives, C, D, E and F, and move all the files back to G when it's a Gemdos drive pointed back to my PC. And then once that's done, the files on the PC I previously copied onto the SD card using one of these things. I've got a couple hanging about. It's just little USB SD readers. However, for this last chunk, I might try and do it a different way, because I think I mentioned on the last video that I was aware there was a later firmware for the SideCart which allows mass storage support. So I should be able to plug a USB cable straight from my PC into the SideCart. Clearly, I'm probably going to be cutting past all of this stuff. You get the gist of what I'm doing here. Somebody would like to comment and tell me a faster way to do it. It'll be too late because I've already wasted my time, but hey, you know, it will help others perhaps, so please do comment if you see what I'm doing and you think I'm being an idiot. Okay, here we go. Right, so G is still my Gemdos drive at the moment. Okay, so I'm going to press F12, go to the hard disk screen, and I'm just going to deselect that, which I think means it doesn't mount it at all. It's got it still listed for when I need it in a few minutes. That's going to force a reboot of the Atari, so we'll let that happen. Force a reboot of the Hatari, rather. It's not real hardware. Okay, so now looking at G, STU up to Z. So my resolution's gone down, hasn't it? Let's just switch that back up. I'm sure there's a default you can change so I don't have to do that. Right. And again, I wouldn't be at all surprised if it doesn't let me do it all at once. So let's just, you know, in for a penny. Oh, pick that up please and drag those over there. Let it have a little think and probably say, okay, illegal operation. What we are going to have to do is do a new folder, S, and we're going to open up this S here, and we are going to have to do this. So, more tedious file copying to go. Yeah, don't know if I recommend this, but it's the only way I've found to do it. Maybe slightly less tedious if you skip this last step, but obviously you won't get some of the games from S to Z. Right, okay, so I believe I'm done. That was the Z games. So I'm going to close that G drive and just have a look. And yeah, there we go. We have transferred from the G partition of the HD, copied over rather to the F partition. We've got S to Z. Okay, so we're now going to have to press F12 on the Hatari emulator. Go to hard disks and say add the Gemdos drive. Back to the main menu. Okay. And yes, you're going to reset. Oh yes, let's have a better resolution for this shenanigans. Yes, please. Oh, yeah, okay. I have to open everything up again. So there is my PC mounted Gemdos drive. Let's whack that over there, but put it into the S directory. And there is my F drive. I'm going to put that into the directory there. Let's give ourselves a couple of rows of files to work with. Okay, and there's a, yep, fine. So here we go again. Okay, rejoin me as I rapidly lose the will to live. No, sorry, rejoin me as I copy the last set of files from the F partition of the HD image mounted into Hatari onto the Gemdos drive, which gets all of these games finally onto my PC. 20 odd files left there, and okay, we're there. So let's take a little look at the extract folder. Drag that across for you, and yeah, they're all present. So now I have decided, yeah, instead of moving this on an SD card, I want to actually try and transfer it straight from my PC. So if I open up this page here, sidecartridge.com/downloads. So we've got a stable release there, which I think has got a bit old. We've been using the betas. I think, did I have 16 or 15? But yeah, 17 is the latest beta firmware version. I think I've already downloaded it. I've got, yeah, a couple of copies there. Downloaded the latest version. I have it on desktop there. If I go to this page, which you can browse to on docs.sidecartridge.com, there's a section of documentation here, including update the firmware. So, to install the latest firmware, connect your Mac or PC using a USB cable. So, here we go. I have the side cartridge here, and I have a micro USB cable. So, let's have a look. There is the USB interface. I'm just going to make sure that's the right way up and connect that into there. Just make sure that's nice and solidly home. Okay, so not connected to the Atari, the SD card remains in there from before. So connect that up, and I see there is a light on there. So this is where I just need to read the instructions properly, sorry. Right, it's connected. Now hold down the boot cell button for a few seconds. So just having a quick look. So I notice my board is a little different from that image there. He is pressing the reset button on the board. Now if I just show you that, this model that I have, the reset button is there, in fact. So that's the one I'm going to press. So now hold it for a few seconds. Oh no, hold on. Now hold down the boot select button for a few seconds and then hold down the reset. Is he doing it the other way around in the picture? Let's just watch that again. He presses the reset first and then the boot selector on top, I believe. So he comes off the reset first. Okay, alright, let's try and do that. So hold them both down. Come off the reset and then on the other. Right, I heard the beep and there we go. Okay, works. I thought that was a little bit ambiguous. And in this directory, you'll need to copy the firmware. Once you copied the file corresponding, disconnect the power cable. New firmware has now been flashed. Is that really? Okay. Copying it on. And the USB is immediately dropped and it's come back up again. So yeah, it was clearly being powered by the PC. The logic of the device, it was waiting for that file and it's booted me back into the normal view, and I've got my HD folder there. So I have a few files from before, but I've already, via the SD card into the reader, copied the majority of this Hatari image that I found, as you can see, going up to S. So we want to get the rest of those on there, and there will be some duplicates in S because it's merged those directories, but we'll deal with those because we're now outside of the horrendous old ST gem copy system, which we've been spoilt with Windows. That was a bit of a challenge. Copying such a large amount of files just wasn't up to handling it. And there we go, though. We're copying now using modern technology straight to the SD card. A further 6,136 items, and it's telling me it's going to be 45 minutes. Yeah, that does strike me as a little bit slow. So it may well be faster at this stage to copy things directly to an SD card, perhaps. I'm not sure. So let's find out if it's quicker just to copy through an SD card reader when you're doing things in bulk like this. Okay, so I'm going to cancel that. Okay, I think we've cancelled that cleanly. We're going to close that directory and we're just going to disconnect. There we go. And remove my SD card and put it into this little Belkin reader. Has been quite efficient. Okay, that's going into the PC. Okay, so here's the same directory through the reader. Going to HD, we go into Atari and find my extract directory that we were just dealing with. They're still selected. Let's just double check. Yep, up to the S. So we're going to drop those in. "12 minutes. But speed-wise, are we getting any faster? Yeah, we are. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's going into megabits per second. It's ramping up. So there we go. Useful, no doubt, to be able to drop individual files on without removing the SideCart from the ST, presumably. You know, turn the ST off, and it's just being powered by that USB interface. So I'm assuming that wouldn't cause any damage, leaving it plugged into the ST and doing it. And yeah, there, we're going to get some conflicts because we've already copied some, so we'll skip those files. And we're done. Okay, so we'll remove the USB reader, we'll take out the SD card, and we'll place that into, oh, this camera, we'll place that into the side cartridge, making sure that's the right way up. Yep. You see it's got a nice spring-loaded mechanism to that. At this point we put the SideCart back into the ST, so it's not really convenient to film that, but you know, I think I did on the last video, so you'll get the gist of things. Let's turn the ST on and hope we're all connected up okay. I believe we are. Okay, so we're at the ST desktop. Let's just reach over for a mouse. And yeah, shall we switch resolution for this? I'm reasonably sure. Ooh, display capture is not nice. I think maybe I need to do something about my video in terms of how it looks on the ST desktop, but we're see if I can do this on the fly. I played with some video settings here, but yeah, I'm not sure if I'm happy. But I seem to have got rid of the jail bars, but it looks very bright, that image. Yeah, I think that's the best I can get it. Anyway, I digress. So if I open the hard disk here, maybe I should go back to low resolution. Yeah, this is a work in progress. Working on the ST. I mean, in terms of the graphics on the desktop, I'm not particularly happy when I go up to medium resolution. It's viewable at low. So, okay, let's carry on. So if I go into the hard drive directory and just, there we go, Hatari, we'll see we have quite a lot of directories available to us directly on our physical Atari ST this time. So let's just look at the last few. I'm guessing that's Zach McCracken, so it was well worth grabbing the latest few directories there. Oops, come out too far. But what I thought I'd have a little go of just to demonstrate is a game which I owned. I bought this I think at a computer fair. It might have been the Computer Shopper Show at Alexander Palace, maybe, or maybe it was an Atari user show. I went to quite a few of them. But anyway, yeah, I picked up a copy of this that I'd seen a few reviews of. Let's just find the one I'm talking about. There we go. Little game called Blood Money. After all that, I definitely need a game of something. So the question is, do we cheat? We've got the option for unlimited lives. Now, I remember this is a very challenging game, but yeah, I don't feel like cheating, so I'm just going to press space. Yes, I remember that graphics. That was very nice. Cover art. It was exactly the same on the box, and so yeah, very good rendering there on the ST. Space to start the game.
First, there was Menace. Now, Psygnosis presents a DMA design game. Blood Money.
Yes, I remember hearing that for the first time. Please insert disk 2. We don't need to do that. This is a hard drive image. Okay, Blood Money, Atari ST conversion by Wayne Smithson, graphics Tony Smith, Psygnosis. doesn't mention the music there. I really love the music for this game. I'm pretty sure it's David Whittaker. It's gone into demo mode there. Just going to confirm that. I'm almost positive it is. That's very strange actually, because I was convinced it was. If you look at Wikipedia, it credits two other guys for the music of this game. Let me just check. Composers Ray Norrish and Frederick Sergeyuk. I can't pronounce that, I'm sorry. Apologies. But if you search for David Whittaker on Wikipedia and then look at his credits, he's got a credit for Blood Money from 1989 for the Amiga music. But then it says in the notes, made sound effects, not music. I'm a little confused. I might have to research that on some more Atari related forums later, because I think the Wikipedia entries might be slightly inaccurate. Anyway, right, so I'm going to press fire and let's see how I do, because we're not cheating on this. Press F1, one player, music on. Yes, I like the music. Press F4. What's that? Impatient and patient. Don't know what that's all about. I'll say patient, and so F1 for one player. Okay, right, I'm going to go for the first world. Okay, so you start with this sort of helicopter ship thing, and it's a side-scrolling game. It does scroll in other directions, but you don't control the scrolling, you just kind of along for the ride. You're shooting all these guys and you're collecting the money. See, it's only for those that haven't seen this game before. I think I remember having this originally on a magazine cover disc. Might have been the first level or so. Was it an SD format cover disc? I have to check that out. So, these guys up here are being quite annoying, but I can't really get up there to get rid of them really easily. I've got to get kind of over here and out their way. Missing some of the money, but oh my gosh, I've really got to get rid of that thing and avoid that and avoid that. I've lost a lot of health there. I just went into the wall, but we're going to go here and get some more equipment. Right, so I've picked up 305. Can't afford a lot with that. Now, being able to shoot 2 missiles is good, but having more power is also good on your guns, so I think I'm gonna go for that. Oh, I can also get that. Excellent. Good. So now I've got to try and survive, because it's a bit of a waste really, because I think you lose, if I remember correctly, you lose your power-ups when you lose a ship, and as I'm down to very low health, I've got to be very careful now to try and keep hold of this, because yeah, so I've got from that I can shoot faster, which was the power thing that I got, and obviously I've got these 2 missiles, so I'm being quite useful with those. So get these guys behind them, take out that annoying gun, and you're no problem, but you would have been quite a problem if I wasn't shooting at this rate. Oh, that was good. Oh yes, and there's another chance for a pit stop. At this point I think, can I actually get my health up in here? I think that's just a life. Oh, I haven't got much money at all this time. That's silly. I've gone in there with nothing to spend. Never mind. Doing reasonably well considering only 2 health bars. Right, these things you have to direct around, I seem to recall. So I'm doing, that should be enough space to get through, hopefully. Oh gosh, big guns, don't like the look of them, but they're shooting away from me. more money. Maybe. But I think I'll probably be saving most of the money for the next life because it's getting a bit hectic. I'm not sure it's worth wasting getting any additional power-ups when you've only got 2 bars of health left. You need to be killing these guys off, but I have done. Right. It's nice. It's amazing how this all comes back to me. I've not played this game for quite some time. I think I did have a go, probably a year ago now, when I was using the GoTech drive on the ST. I've had a couple of little goes of this, to be completely honest. But still, yeah, before that it would have been decades. Oh, that was silly. Just lost a lot of my energy there. This particular helicopter is not of this world, I don't think. I really wish you could do something to... Oh, no, I hit the wall. Right, okay, so that's lost a life. I've got 2 left there. You can see that at the bottom, the 3rd display along. The first one being your score, the second one being money, which I'm getting back up to a reasonable rate. Oh, no, shoot out! That was silly. Right, back where I was really. Oh, no, I'm not. You idiot. Okay. Well, I've got 1 life left. Disappointing. So I can't remember how long these levels are, but considering the game is only, you know, 4 worlds in total, I think I would call them being quite long. I don't suspect we're anywhere near the end at the moment. Don't be silly, just get through it. You can't get the angle on those from there. You can get it from that side. Yeah, okay. Let's watch this crossfire. Get that out of my way, and oh, that's going to be tricky to get over there. Oh, yeah, I couldn't risk it. I have to wait for the next one if I survive. Oh, these are quite hard to shoot through. Lots of shots. Ow! Oh, was that it? That took all my health. Oh. So they don't just hit you and explode, they just carry on right through you and suck your energy. Any of these shots, it's not nice. So, but right, so is that 1 life left after this one? I hope it is. So then when I die, I can spend the money on power-ups to go out in a blaze of glory on the next life. No, right, here, yes, okay, right, be very careful. No, more careful than that. Screen glitch there as well. I wonder what that was all about. You see, I start to panic when it gets to stages like this, and then I'll play badly. Okay, stay calm. So, oh my god! I haven't got the multi-fire yet, so I'm really weak shooting at the moment. That's the biggest problem. I need power-ups desperately. Oh, that's bad. Oh! 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 It's getting... it feels much more hectic. Got to take these guns out. Oh, took some life away from me there. They are shooting a lot quicker, aren't they? Dive for that. Okay. We're having that. That's back shooting. That's a bomb, I think. Stick with what you know, but maybe both directions. I don't die. That's more like it. Oh, I've got no health at all, have I? Oh, mate. slightest foot wrong now. But anyway, I was saying the music, I think it's really nice. I think if you turn the music off, you get sound effects instead. It's close to, oh my gosh. Oh, okay, don't talk, play. Yeah, so you don't get both. You don't get sound effects and music at the same time. One or the other was the choice, and I just like the music, and it means it's very peaceful and quiet in the game. It's very, you know, obviously there's a lot down dead. There's a lot going on, but you don't really hear it. Try to proceed. Yeah, I'm right back at the beginning, aren't I? So let's show you that. If I press F3, it all goes quiet. And it says sound effects instead. So press F1. And I don't think I'm going to have a full game because it's getting quite late this evening. We've given you a good show of what it's like. But yeah, this is the game with the sound effects instead of the music. So yeah, I prefer the music. I think the sound effects are a little bit lame in this game. So anyway, there you go. That's a little demo of first getting games from a hard drive image onto your side cartridge through a convoluted way through using Gem to copy them around onto a Gemdos drive, and then you can get that Gemdos directory mounted through your SideCart, and you've got a massive library of games to play. So, as I said before, this is going to probably open up some more gaming content on my channel. And yeah, I don't like these sound effects, I'm just going to come out of that. Yeah, there we go. That's what I wanted to show you. So thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate everyone who views the channel and shows an interest in what I'm doing. If you want to see some more content like this, please like this video, please subscribe to my channel, click the bell, and you'll get notified whenever I release a video, and I try to do one every few days. Yep, it's TJ Games channel. Thank you for watching again, and good night.